Hi Pisces, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot. This is going to be your reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus sign for November of 2020. If you're interested in knowing the decks used in today's reading or you want to reach out to me for a personal reading, you can find all that information in the description box below. With that being said, I did want to remind everyone to maintain your own power, never give it away to a reading, a reader, or anyone or anything else. We've all been blessed with the ability to have our own intuition and our own internal guidance system. With that being said, today's reading is intended to assist you on your path to your greatest and highest good. We're going to go ahead and open this reading by cleaning out our energy. Go ahead and get comfortable. Inhale and exhale as it feels comfortable to you. Thank you, Spirit. I did want to remind everyone that I do wait for the cards to jump out. So if you're pressed for time, please feel free to fast forward. I feel like you're currently trying to defend yourself in regards to a truth that is being spoken to you or that you're wanting to speak or new information that you've received. I feel like you're thinking about ways that you can build your prosperity and abundance. You're trying to move away from difficulty in regards to heartbreaking situations and or manifesting your prosperity that hasn't been very easy and smooth for you. So you're trying to bring it in a more balanced energy that's more abundant for you if it's in regards to a relationship or creating your prosperity. There might be something in your past where you have a strong attachment to somebody with the Lovers here and the Six of Cups. And I feel like you're trying to figure out like if truths were communicated to you or not, if things didn't go in the way that you had hoped. I feel like you're trying to like evaluate the situation and see if there was anything else you could have done. And you want to defend yourself in regards to a love opportunity that you offered, but might not have been taken up upon, or you're trying to defend yourself or argue with yourself of if you should provide a loving opportunity for someone. You don't want the opportunity to get away from you. Because you feel like it's something that could bring you great joy. So you don't want that opportunity to get away, but at the same time, you're kind of hesitant and trying to determine if you can find a victory in the situation. But you do feel like if you pursue the situation, you feel like it can bring you great happiness, or it has the ability to bring you great happiness and joy. And you're evaluating the situation to see if there's like how you can go about creating it and manifesting it, how you can approach the situation in a different manner. But it's causing you to have a lot of mental conflict about how do you go about building that or creating that or offering that opportunity. I feel like you're having a lot of internal struggle within yourself about what you've been creating and how you've been creating it. You might be evaluating if you should change the way that you've been doing things in a certain aspect or realm of your life. But I feel like you're bringing in a lot of good, positive karma for yourself. And you see this potential of providing this opportunity of love. You're passionate about it, and you see the ability of it to benefit your life in a positive way. So you're trying to bring that in. But you're really stuck in your mind space. You might have had like previous heartache and hardship, so you're hesitant about starting something new. And you feel like maybe there's like some arguments around you. I feel like you're having a lot of mental confusion in regards to that. But you do see it as something that can make your wishes come true. And you're trying to bring that energy in. And when it comes to love, it's an environment. The environment of love, you find it being kind of difficult to maneuver right now. And you might be struggling with a lot of internal conflict about like how to move forward, how to proceed, and how to create this new opportunity for yourself. You might feel like you're having to fight for something that you're passionate and inspired for, but you don't want it to get away. But at the same time, the thought of approaching it is causing you a lot of like memories of difficulty from the past. But you're wanting to still provide that opportunity, and you want to put movement forward towards it. You're just not sure how to go about that, and you're having a lot of mental confusion and frustration about bringing that in or communicating that and how to communicate it. But I think once you take a break and evaluate the situation, you're going to eventually come around to communicating your truth. Even though you feel like it has the potential to be a difficult situation, a burden to bear, you feel like it's worth it. And so you do want to provide an opportunity of love and connection. You want to put movement of love forward, but you're not really sure how to go about that just yet. Let's see. When you think about this movement, you feel like it's only fair because I feel like you've treated people right in the past. You've been fair with them, but you're kind of stuck in this energy. You're very pessimistic when it comes to offering your cup to anybody and creating something. You want to create something with somebody who's going to be on the same page, who has the same desire for a relationship as you do. And I feel like you just have some hesitation in regards to offering that. But I feel like you definitely have a person of interest. And I feel like you've received some mental clarity regarding the situation, but you're still fighting yourself on that. But you're still nonetheless thinking about communicating this love opportunity to someone. Pisces for November 2020. Pisces for November 2020. Pisces. You have the Ace of Swords that came out also in your pre-shuffle. Also the Lovers came out in your pre-shuffle as well. So we're going to evaluate those energies as we get there. But I like to equate things as like it's basically if Spirit had wrote you a book, the cards that come out multiple times, I feel like that's an energy that's highlighted. So it's basically something that you definitely want to focus and pay extra attention to those energies. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for Pisces. Pisces for okay. And as you can tell, I do wait for the cards to come out. So if you're pressed for time, please feel free to fast forward. The bottom of the deck, you have the Fool card. And what the Fool cards talks about is that it's trusting in Spirit to take a leap of faith. And it's also a major arcana. So it's something that's divinely guided and destined for you to either experience or learn from. Thank you, Spirit, for Pisces for November 2020. Pisces for November 2020. Like everything's coming out in the reverse, but my deck is in the upright. Okay, there's one that came out in the upright. the bottom of the deck for your clarifiers, you have the Seven of Pentacles. And what this speaks about is, in regards to this Fool card, you're kind of evaluating your options and evaluating where you've taken leaps of faith before, and maybe you didn't feel like they had came out, or things transpired in the way that you had hoped or was wanting to. And so now you have this desire to take a new leap of faith, and you're just sitting there and evaluating the situation, trying to get your confidence to approach the situation and go ahead and take that leap of faith. But again, with it being a major arcana card, it is something that's divinely guided and protected, whether it's going to be your benefit, which I feel like it would be. But even if it doesn't come out to the full fruition that you had hoped for, it's something that's divinely guided. So it's something that you're meant and destined to either experience, learn from, grow from, or interact with. Okay. So we have the Lover's card at your current energy with the Page of Cups in the reverse. So this speaks about you do have a love, like you have a loving connection. You do want to provide a love offer, but you're not speaking that truth yet. You're not allowing yourself to really dive in to that energy to see where it can go. I feel like you're kind of more trying to evaluate the situation and the person at first. What's crossing your energy, you have the Ace of Swords clarified with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So what this speaks about is with the Ace of Swords, it's something that it's a truth that's divinely guided and brought to you. And the Eight of Swords, it's like being in our mental space, being conflicted with the energy and kind of being stuck with your mental energy, like thinking about it over and over and over. But you have that in the reverse. So I feel like in the past, you have been hesitant to provide this communication of love to somebody, but I feel like you're slowly starting to come out of that. You're slowly receiving communications of truth and insight that's allowing you to kind of start to come out of that mental confusion, to consider how to offer your cup and when to offer your cup. Your underlying energy, you have the Four of Cups clarified with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So what this speaks about to me is that somewhere like deep down in your soul energy, you might have had an experience of where you offered your cup, or a cup was offered to you, and it didn't end very well. It didn't end satisfactory like you had hoped, and it caused you to lose a little your passion with the situation. And I think that's what's leading you into now having that hesitancy about offering your cup in your current energy. But with these energies being here, it was something for you to learn from. And I felt like you did learn a lot and you grew from that energy, but you're kind of hesitant to offer your cup and have rejection or discontent with the love opportunity. I feel like this new romantic connection that you're considering offering, but you're not communicating yet. I feel like it's something that it's taking you a long time to get comfortable to be able to communicate your truth with this, because of the disappointment that you've experienced sometime in your past. But you're slowly starting to know that if you don't speak up, the opportunity might pass you by, and it's not something that you want to allow to pass you by. So you're willing to, you're slowly approaching the willingness to take a leap of faith and communicate your truth. In your recent past, you have the Knight of Wands clarified with the Page of Wands. So I feel like in your recent past, there was something that you put passionate action towards and movement towards, because of a communication that you had received that was passionately driven. I feel like sometime in your recent past, you acted out of love in a passionate way, and you communicated something in a passionate way. And unfortunately, I don't think it fared well for you. But I think you're starting to realize that people are different and that there's new energies around you that you're wanting to put action towards, passionate action towards, and movement towards. And you're slowly starting to get to that acceptance of where you're wanting to move that energy along. And offer your cup. If you haven't, you might have recently communicated, like you might have told somebody, hey, I like you, and like we're friends. And I think that you probably communicated something that was like passionately driven from you, but I don't think that you fully communicated the the full depth of what your hopes are, or even what your fears are in regards to the situation. The energy that's crowning you, you have the Ace of Pentacles clarified with the Devil. So what this speaks about is you do want to offer an opportunity to somebody, but you're kind of you're concerned that it's going to lead into something that's negative again, that where it's not going to go in the direction that you want it to, and or you might have received a new opportunity to have a new job, or like create your business, but you feel like that's not the best way for you to go about it, or it's not the best opportunity for you. So I feel like you're probably going to be declining it, or kind of changing the terms around a little bit so that they do fit your needs, or you're just going to decline the opportunity. In your near future, you have the King of Wands clarified with the Lovers. So I feel like sometime in your near future, you will be communicating in a passionate way your desire for somebody that you want to have a connection with, that you want to have a loving commitment with. And you're going to start putting action towards that. It's like that energy, I can show you better than I can tell you. So I feel like this person that you're interested in may have also had difficulty in love, and you're starting to kind of be inspired by the communications, like there's communications that are going back and forth about their difficulty and your difficulty, and you're starting to realize like, hey, this person might be on the same page as I am, and so you're going to, in the near future or sometime in the future, you're going to start putting action towards it. Like you might ask them out on a date just to see how it goes. And I think it'll probably go very well. And I think it'll be a relationship that starts to evolve. How you feel about yourself, you have the Six of Pentacles clarified with the Eight of Pentacles. And what this speaks about is you see that you've been building something for quite a while. You might not have felt like it was balanced and fair, but you're trying to bring that energy in now. You're trying to work creating your abundance, creating balance in your life, and bringing yourself clarity, and clearing out any confusion that you might be having, that's going to allow you to feel balanced and feel like protected and guided with the movement that you make forward. You want the things that you work on to be fair and just, where whether it's at your job or a relationship, you want to know that they're building just as well as you're building, and you want it to be fair and balanced. Other people see you as with the Magician and the Four of Pentacles. So what this speaks about is other people see that you have a confidence about you. You have the ability to create anything that you want to. Other people might see that you have the ability to have a strong intuition, and you're really holding on to that energy. You're standing in your power, and you're working on creating the things that you want to create. Other people see you, and you're reflecting to them that you're standing in your power, you're standing in your ability to manifest things, the things that you feel joy in and abundance in. And you're inspiring the people in your environment. Let's see. In your hopes or fears, you have the Ace of Wands clarified with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this is a hope. With the Ace of Wands, it's something that's been inspired. It's something that that you feel very passionate about, that you want to create something. And that's going to be world changing for you. It's going to improve your environment, your internal confidence, your internal strength, and it's going to bring in, you're hoping it brings in like a happy life. Like you want your world to be an accurate reflection of your internal self. And I feel like you're going to be making passionate movement towards the things that you enjoy in life, whether it's people, places, or things. and you're going to see that it does improve your environment. It does make you feel good. It makes you feel prosperous, whether it brings in abundance in a relationship or abundance in your prosperity. Your final outcome, should everything remain the same, you have the Queen of Swords clarified with the Knight of Swords, the World card again, and the Seven of Cups. So what this speaks about is you're thinking about communicating something where you can receive, or you want to have somebody else receive a truth, a communication of truth. Queens are receptive. They're also the thought process behind things as well. Or it might be a feminine energy that's in your environment. Whether it's you or somebody that you know, you want to speak and act in truth, and you want the people in your environment to as well. And you're going to start speaking in your truth. You're going to start putting movements of truth towards your future that'll bring in this change in your world. It'll bring in a balance and a fairness in your world. And it'll bring in a lot of opportunities for you once you start to speak your truth. I think whoever this person is that you have an interest in, once you start to communicate with them and let them know that what your intentions are and your hopes are for the situation, that's going to bring in a lot of different opportunities for you and different ways that you can grow your abundance, your confidence, clean out any confusion, relieve any mental, it'll bring in mental clarity for you. By speaking your truth, you'll allow other people to speak their truth, and it'll give opportunities for you and the person that you have an interest in. We're going to pull some additional clarifiers. Pisces. Yeah, you want a solid foundation. And then you have the Magician again. So you're trying to create a solid foundation for yourself and the people that you want to build that foundation with. And you're trying to use, you're trying to create like a mental, like an internal strength and confidence. You're somebody who has like an internal strength about you. And it's like, if you set your mind to something, you follow it through. If you set your mind to something, you do have the ability to create it in the way that you want to. You have the Magician and the Star card. So you're trying to you're trying to create your wish fulfillment. And I think that's a beautiful energy. And with the Magician, you have all elements that you need to be able to do so. Whether that's in regards to a relationship, financial prosperity and abundance, whatever it is that your wish fulfillment is, you definitely have the ability to create it. Let's see. Clarification for this crossing energy. So the energy that's crossing you that you're not communicating really yet is an offer of love. You want to be able to provide this offer of love, and Spirit is advising you to get out of your mental confusion and that mental conflict, to go ahead and just speak your truth and see where it can go from there. Let's see in regards to this. Okay. In regards to this Four of Cups energy, where you didn't feel content with the loving offer that was provided to you or that you provided in the past, it did change your world. It did. It made you feel like you felt abundant in it at one time, and then when the relationship failed, it caused you to kind of like feel out of place and feel insecure in ways. And that's what's causing you to have this confusion of speaking your truth now about a new love offer that you want to provide. Yeah. So in your recent past, I feel like you're realizing by carrying this burden, it's going to be too much for you to bear. Like if you don't act out of this inspired passion that you're feeling, it's going to allow things to pass that you want to be able to hold on to and maintain. And you're trying to wait for your ships to come in in regards to something that you're passionate about. You don't want to force the energy, but I feel like you're blocking the energy. I feel like you're hoping somebody communicates to you so that you don't have to communicate to them. But I feel like Spirit is advising you to put down that energy. Go ahead and follow your passion and your intuition, and your own personal guidance system to bring in your shifts, to bring in the things that you're hopeful and passionate about. Okay. 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 So I feel like in this energy of a new opportunity that you're trying to create, that you feel like it could be difficult for you, the energy that's crowning you, you're being advised to act in your passion, to provide, think about how you can make a stable foundation for yourself and offer your cup of love so that it has the ability to grow something. Don't be so much in that mental space of where you're expecting it to not work out, because the energy that we focus on is what we bring more of in. So if you're feeling defeated before you even act in the situation, it's going to cause you to be defeated. If you approach something in a negative way, you're going to receive negative results. You want to be of that energy that you're expecting and hoping for in order to bring that in. So I feel like Spirit's strongly advising you to clean up that negative energy, that negative expectation, because you are divinely guided towards something that you're passionate about, that does have the ability to create something that's long-term lasting, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a relationship that's platonic or romantic. It's something that's going to be genuine for you. The person is going to engage with you the same way that you engage with them, and they're going to build the way that you're building. They're going to be in it just as much as you're in it, and I feel like you're starting to realize that. So you're in your near future, with this action that you're going to move forward about in love, you're going to go ahead and put these 10 of Swords down, and review the different avenues, the different things of how you've pursued things in the past, and how you've pursued things in the future, how you've currently pursued things, and you're kind of juggling that energy. But ultimately you're going to realize that you have the ability to defend yourself, and that you don't need to defend yourself. I feel like you're going to be more confident to be able to make this approach and provide this action of love towards somebody, because you are somebody who is giving and kind and loving and nurturing, and you want that back in return. And I feel like Spirit's making you aware that your past is not your future, and that any difficulty that you had experienced in the past, it was to make you aware of things, to show you what you want in a solid foundation. And you're going to realize that you can have that, and you have the ability to stand in your power to receive that. Okay. And I think with this confusion about what do you want to build on to bring in balance, you're going to be able to move away from this difficulty, mental confusion and clutter. Even though you might be hesitant to pursue that situation, you're being advised to be aware that it's just you want balance and fairness, and to be things that are equal give and take. And I feel like by you moving away from these negative energies, and just kind of sitting in your mind space for a little bit, even though you don't know what to do right now, with the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, I feel like at some point you're going to be able to take that leap of faith, and you're going to see how fair that this person is that you want to pursue, how balanced they are, how real and authentic that they are, and you're going to see that it will be balanced. And it will be fair. It's going to be something, with the Justice card and the Six of Pentacles here, there's somebody who also wants to be fair and honest and sincere with you. You moved away from things that were no longer serving you, and then you kind of said confused for a while. But this person that you're passionate about, once you communicate to them authentically, you're going to see that they do want the same things. They want to build in the same way, and that's going to inspire a deep connection with the two of you. And again, to clarify how other people see you, I feel like you give them a sense of comfort. People see you as like you do have the ability to create the things that you want, and you hold on to that. You also had the Four of Pentacles come out again with the additional clarifiers. So I feel like this person, I feel like it's multiple people in your environment, but even more so the person that you have an interest in. They do see you as something that they want to have around for a long time. They feel comfortable with you. They feel like you speak truth and act in a truthful way, and you're something they want to hold on to. And I feel like they also want to communicate to you, but they have a resistance as well. And so basically, I feel like you guys have both had a similar past, a similar difficulty in relationships, and you feel comfortable to them. They see you as somebody that they can grow with and spend a long time with and be comfortable in that energy. Let's see the final. Okay, but you're fearful of not being confident enough to handle the situation. Or that if you offer your cup, it'll eventually lead to somebody walking away. But Spirit, again, is advising you to stay in your power, maintain your strength and your confidence in the situation, so that you don't defeat yourself before you even begin. Spirit's advising you to put your fears aside and just trust your intuition and your instincts. Final outcome clarifiers for Pisces for November. You're being advised to act in passion, to take this action forward, even though, okay. I'm being reminded of that phrase, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. So you're being advised to take an action that you're passionate about, and then you have the Fool card again. So trust Spirit with the guidance that you're receiving. Even though you have been hurt in the past, keep in mind your past is not always you're not going to lead to the same thing. Like, you've recognized that energy, you know that people can be shady and sneaky and all that. But you've been around that energy before, so you know what to expect and you know what to look for. And I feel like you're cautioning yourself more than anything else. But Spirit is telling you that you can have your wish fulfillment. You just have to be willing to pursue it and put your doubts and fears aside. I feel like you're being encouraged to move forward in the things that you're passionate and inspired by, so that way you can have the life that you're hoping for. You can have the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So I feel like once whether it's in regards to a loving connection, or if it's in regards to building your prosperity and abundance, whatever it is that you're inspired by, that you want to pursue, whether you're trying to create a new relationship or build on a friendship, or whatever it is that you're inspired to do, I feel like Spirit is telling you, you have the green light. Trust yourself and trust Spirit, and know that it's meant for you. It's intended for you. It's something that's going to bring you a great joy and wish fulfillment. Okay, let's get we're going to get some oracle cards as well. We're going to get a couple of different oracle cards, guys. Sorry. Pisces for November 2020. Pisces for November 2020. Thank you, Spirit. Pisces for November 2020. Thank you, Spirit. I was guided to use these cards, and then at the last minute, as I was pulling them out, I was like, no, those aren't the right ones. And now nothing's coming out of these. So we're going to use the ones that I got drawn to as soon as I pulled these out. Hold on. I was drawn to use these, and then all of a sudden it went away. But I feel like there's a little message in here. I'm not going to take it, but we're going to look at it. Blessings from the son of Hana Pacha. So I feel like this is like using your intuition, right? It's allowing your intuition to speak to you and trusting the guidance that you're receiving, which is like everything that we've already spoke about on here. Okay. Medicine of the butterfly Kachana. Healing truth. Divine might foretold. Way of divine feminine revealed. Nourishing of the soul. We are the one you've been waiting for. And power of awakening. And turquoise chain woman. So let's review these energies. Medicine of the butterfly. So what I feel like this speaks about is you using your intuition, letting things transition the way that you're inspired to let them transition, and trusting the flow. And then hearing the truth. So I feel like, and again, it's like you have another butterfly in here. So I feel like this is like where Spirit's like really guiding you to trust the intuition and the guidance, the internal guidance that you're receiving, to stand in your power and be confident of what you're being inspired. And then divine might foretold. So I feel like if you don't take action in this, Spirit's going to force it along in some way, shape, or form. Maybe this person, even though they're hesitant as well, maybe they reach out in a way that you don't expect. And it gives you like insight that yes, I can follow my intuition, and it builds your confidence in the way that you can actually speak your passion, move your passion forward. Way of divine feminine revealed. So whether you're feminine or masculine, I feel like this is like the ability to really connect to that loving and nurturing energy. If you can see, there's another butterfly in here, and then she's using her intuition. So butterflies, they go through this metamorphosis where they die off. They let their old self transition into their new beautiful self. So I feel like you're being guided to let those past hurts heal with the feminine energy. Let new things grow where old things have died. And listen and follow the intuition that Spirit is guiding you with. And then nourishment of the soul. And I feel like once you do that, you'll see that you've been inspired for a reason. Anytime we receive inspiration from the divine, it's not for just because. It's because there's something, our soul craves that energy. Our soul will benefit from that energy in one way or another. And so I feel like you're being told to trust your divine guidance and your intuition to bring in that wish fulfillment that you're hoping for. And then we are the one you've been waiting for. So I feel like this new relationship, regardless of if it's something that is new for you or something that you're trying to create in, I feel like this next opportunity that you're going to be building, it's going to be like the person. It's going to be what you've been hoping for and waiting for quite a while now. And then power of awakening. I think you'll realize you have the Magician out here. It also came out in your clarifiers. That came out in your pre-shuffle. So I think you're going to start to realize how powerful that you are as a creator and as an intuitive. I think you're going to start to realize your own internal strength and power and your ability to heal and put movement towards things. And then turquoise changing woman. So I feel like it's going to allow you to transition to be to live your full authentic self. you're going to allow healing to take place, and you're going to allow your guidance to come in. And I think you're going to start to act in what you're inspired to act towards, and you're going to see how strong of a creator that you actually are. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go with the other oracle cards that I was drawn to as well. Sorry guys, give me just a minute. Appreciate your time. Okay, Pisces for November 2020. Pisces for November 2020. Pisces, November 2020. One more shuffle. Pisces for November 2020. Pisces, perception. So always know that perception is key, and perception is different based upon everybody. Labradorite is one of my favorite crystals that help me to really be aware of how perception can be different. If you stand at one angle, you might not be able to see the different opportunities, the different insights. Like if you're looking at a situation from one perspective, you might be kind of like you're restricting your awareness, you're restricting your knowledge and abilities, you're restricting your own movement. But if you can look at things from multiple perceptions and different angles, that's when with labradorite you can see the multiple different colors. And by changing your perception and like looking at different angles, it allows you to see the beautiful color, the beautiful abundance that crystal holds. So I would advise you to get some labradorite if you don't already have any. It's one of my favorite crystals personally. I've learned a lot using labradorite and working with labradorite. It's also one that builds confidence, and it's also one that helps you to get in touch with your manifestation abilities as well. And then you have knowledge. So I feel like there's things that you know that you don't know that you know. And I feel like when you change your perception and start to look at things from different angles, that'll help you to realize how abundant that you are, and that you can have your wish fulfillment. Don't restrict your ability for your wishes because you're stuck in your old way of thinking. We all grow. It's my personal belief that life is about progression at all times. So whether we're progressing in our finances, whether we're progressing in relationships, internally, mentally, emotionally, whatever way, I think life is always about progression. And I think that you've had a difficult past, a difficult history in many different areas, but you want to change your perception and turn those hurts into knowledge and growth. And you want to learn the lessons from those and don't hold on to those. Just take the knowledge from that situation, and then that's going to allow you to see new opportunities in different ways, in different lights, where you can actually see how you're able to bring in your wish fulfillment. With this wish card, it reminds me a lot of the star card, and you do have that in your final outcome as long as you're following your intuition and moving towards what you're guided to, as long as you're following your passion. I feel like there's one more message in here. Hold on, guys. Patience is a virtue. And then celebration. So I feel like once you actually, once you go through this transition of recognizing that your past is not your future, and you're going to start to have your wish fulfillment, you're going to have a lot to be celebrating. You're going to have abundance in many different areas of your life, and you're going to have a lot of, clarity. You're going to have a lot of clarity in regards to what you want, what you expect, what you hope for, what you wish for, and you're going to have a lot to celebrate. You're going to realize where you're inspired to go, and you go there, it's going to be for a good reason. It's going to be for a beneficial reason for you. Okay, Pisces, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. If you've liked it, you found anything that was helpful for you, please like and subscribe if you've not already done so. If you feel like this reading could be helpful for somebody, please share with them. We're going to go ahead and close off this reading by using our singing bowl. I really like those high-pitched ones. They're my favorite. I like high vibration. Okay, Pisces, I hope you have a beautiful month, a beautiful November, a beautiful year, a beautiful day. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. And until next time, I'm always sending you lots of love, light, and appreciation.